Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Rwby Volume 1, Episodes 8 through 12. We're doing 5 today. It'll be about 30-35 minutes, plus whatever it takes me to talk in the beginning and end. The longest one we're doing yet. I did it this way because that leaves us with 4 episodes, which will be about another 30-35 minutes, which will conclude all of Volume 1, 16 episodes. So next we'll do 13 to 16. It'll be all in 4 videos. We did 1 through 3, 4 through 7, 8 through 12, 13 through 16. Last we got the Emerald Forest, and we're all kind of paired up with different people. We're all in groups of 2 from what I remember. We had Rwby and Weiss. Here's where I got a little confused. At the end of the episode, we had Yang and Blake buy all the chess pieces. I feel like there is some sort of puzzle there. So this one is called Players and Pieces. Leads me to believe we're going to deal with that scenario, especially since the last thing we saw was Rwby come flying out of the sky. Now here's where I got confused. Rwby and Weiss, last we saw, were just arguing. We saw Jaune get thrown by the scorpion. We had him with Pyrrha, and they went into this cave. I did go back and rewatch the episode to make sure what I'm saying is right. So I have confirmed what I'm saying is right. Not only was Rwby not shown to be thrown from something in the episode, now she could have just been thrown from something and they didn't show us yet. Maybe they're going to show us. I just wonder if they missed something. We never in that episode saw her get thrown from anything. She was coming down from high up in the sky, and like I said, Jaune got thrown by the scorpion. They went into the cave. On the wall, right before they went inside the cave, there were images, like carvings in the wall of people with bows and arrows and a giant scorpion. So they did foreshadow that in this cave was a giant scorpion, which I thought was clever and cool. I didn't even notice it the first time around. Going back and seeing it the second time, you could easily see it, and you know what they're in for. So I saw it and I'm like, it's foreshadowing the scorpion. So we walked in the cave. Everything went dark because our torch went out. Pyrrha even said, "You feel that? It's really warm." Then the giant, what I thought was a horn, golden horn in front of them, that's what I thought, ends up being the stinger of a scorpion. I am shocked that in the darkness, with people walking on it, because they had to have been walking on top of the scorpion, hence the warmth. But regardless, I'm shocked that the scorpion didn't immediately just stab Jaune in the face. He was right there, he hung on it, it busted out, and then he got winged like 20,000 miles. We heard the screams. Yang and Blake go, "Something's wrong. I hear a screaming woman." And then Red flew out of the sky, Ruby Red. It all happened so quick. In my head, I'm thinking like, oh. And then I'm like, wait, she wasn't the one that got thrown. So someone got thrown and then she came out of the sky. But like I said, maybe there's an explanation for it. I ain't going to rag on it until I see for myself. Besides that, Glenda and Osbin, they're watching it all on a little iPad, and they're like, these people are here, and these people are here. So we've got, or at least we had Rwby and Weiss, but now Rwby is with Yang and Blake. I only can assume that Weiss is going to run down, because she probably saw Rwby fly into that vicinity. I'm guessing she would have been running after her just to make sure she's all right. Because even though they're butting heads, they're not bad people. They're just in disagreement right now. So I'm thinking Weiss isn't too far behind, and we're going to get our core 4 of the Rwbys. There is some sort of chess-like puzzle game about to happen, and I am very familiar with chess. She picked up the horsey piece, which is the knight, and was like, what if we do this? And then they didn't really tap into it too much. Besides that, we got Lyron, and he's pretty badass. He fought 2 snakes, gigantic snakes, used his aura, blocked the fangs, ripped him out of the snake's mouth, and then stabbed him in the snake's eyes, and didn't even seem fazed by it. Nora's pretty entertaining. Nora's like a very energetic, very talkative young lady, but I enjoy her. Lyron and her together work well. We did see other people. A lot of the people were shadowed out, but we did see other people that we didn't get names of. And I did want to just say this because I said it during the episode, but just in case I edited it out for YouTube or something, I did read in the comments that the shadowing of things is done mainly for budget because it's too expensive to color everything in. And I pretty much figured that, so I wasn't thinking they did it intentionally, even if they had the budget or the money to do it, that they would have done it that way. But I've never seen anything like that. And me personally, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love fully animated greatness and everything bright and colorful and cheery. But not having seen this before, it's an interesting, unique take, or look, I should say, on it. I immediately know everybody that's in the shadows is unimportant. It definitely makes you not be concerned with unimportant things. I theorize a lot. People in the comments said they've been watching me for a while. I like to theorize. I go on rants and tangents, and that's like what I like to do. And a lot of people like to watch me do it. This will prevent me from theorizing about nonsense, because I'm not going to theorize that shadow people or anything. I'm just going to be like, all right, they're unimportant. On to the next one. So either way, let's jump in. We got 5 episodes. We'll talk more at the end. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see all of Volume 1 at this point. If you're seeing this on YouTube, we are probably already in a Volume 2. Definitely done with Volume 1. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, the new Fiona and Cake, all of Adventure Time is up in full. Steven Universe is going on right now. Just started season 2. Infinity Train just finished the entire series. Legend of Korra is also going on. Just got back into My Hero Academia. There is hundreds of movies and shows over on Patreon, all in full unedited. Check in the description for the link if not. Episodes 8 through 12 of Rwby. Let's do it. Here we go. Rwby!
I told you this was a terrible idea!
Oh! So we are getting an explanation.
Blake, did you hear that?
So this is how it happened. Beautiful. My answer has come. And she also collided with Jaune.
What was that?
And she's got little doggies and stars in her head.
Hey, Rwby.
You're welcome.
Did your sister just fall from the sky?
Yes. Gotta be Weiss, right? Oh no, it's Nora.
Aw, it's broken.
I
Nora?
feel like she is a combination.
Please. Don't ever do that again.
What is going on?
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Nora!
Coming, Red.
Did that girl just ride in on an
The funny thing is that's not the queen. That's the king. All right, so we've all rendezvoused. We got Pyrrha, Nora, Byron. Weiss is the only one left. So I thought Weiss would be next.
Rwby.
She's the last to come.
Rwby?
Yang! Nora!
Introductions.
Did she just run all the way here with a Death Stalker on her tail?
I can't take it anymore! Could everyone just chill out for
This
2
is
seconds
twice
before
now.
something
She's went
crazy
red in the
happens
eyes
again?
and raged. Weiss is dropping from on high.
Just dropping in. Oh, God.
Now he's gonna fall too. I'm like, well, how is he floating?
My
Sora.
hero.
Wasn't it Sora? Kingdom Hearts?
Great, the gang's all here. Now we could die together.
Not if I can
Beautiful.
help it.
That's slightly horrifying.
Rwby!
I mean, it's extremely horrifying if it was like real and here right now. And you got these flying beasties that could do that. That's intense. One feather is bigger than them, and they're spears shooting it at you from the sky. Use it against. Use the stinger to get the bird or something. Tell me we use this.
So childish.
Ice?
And dim-witted, and hyperactive, and don't even get me started on your fighting style. And I suppose I can be a bit difficult, but if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together. So if you quit trying to show off, I'll be nicer.
Your
I'm
best
not
friend.
trying to show off. I want you to know I can do this.
You're fine.
You're fine, Rwby. Ruby's. I mean, they're all right now. A lot of them are like on the same level as far as my rankings. Yang's a little higher.
Okay. Our mission is to grab an artifact and make it back to the cliffs.
Run and live. That is an idea I can get behind.
Yes. So we got a knight. So we just take some. There's no puzzle. All right.
What is it?
Nothing.
Was she just happy to see her sister? about to occur. Lance Javelin. Damn, man. We got like a freaking... Look at that thing. It's like a freaking assault cannon.
Go, go!
Damn, that thing is enormous. It is like the size of all of us combined times 5. And then we got this maniac who just headbutted and took out a frickin' stone bridge with no problem. Oh, we're split. Tell me she's gonna use the blast. Oh, is she gonna use the blast to the impact to shoot him over? Beautifully done. A little different than I saw in my mind, but just as good, if not better. Blake. Freaking awesome. No fear, no hesitation. She is falling to her death.
It's tougher than
No problem.
a book. Then let's hit it with everything we got.
Gauntlets of Fury. We got the 4 of them right here. Weapons. Hot. Very cool. Man, this thing is gonna kill them just by destroying the surroundings. She's running up a stone.
None of this is working.
Love it.
I have a
Yeah,
plan.
that's
Cover
awesome.
me.
Gauntlets of, oh my god. Yeah, they gotta get out of there. Between the two of these things, they're destroying the entire ancient, whatever the hell this thing is. Yeah, he got slammed bad. You heard the crack.
Done.
Oh, because it has like the serrated edges. Boom! I love that she launches. It reminds me of Grindhouse. Great music.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, she trapped it. That's awesome. She froze its tail to the ground so they could all hammer on it. Oh, we're gonna collapse. Oh no, we're gonna use it like a frickin'
Of course you would
slingshot.
come up with this idea.
Think you can make the shot?
Can I?
Can I?
Of course I can.
Great. Of course. How dare you doubt? Slingshot right into the eye. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. She was able to scale the mountain with the assistance of Weiss and decapitated a 10-story high bird.
Wow.
I don't know what you call it. Horrifying eagle beast birdie man thing.
Russell Thrush, Arden Winchester, Dove Bronzewing,
All right.
Sky Lark. The 4 of you retrieved the Black Bishop pieces.
We got a
From
lot
this
of
day
names
forward,
there.
You will work together as Team Cardinal, led by Carden Winchester.
So this is how we become Ruby,
Jaune
Cardinal,
Arc,
CRDL.
Rai Ren, Pira Nikos, Nora Valkyrie. The 4 of you retrieve the White Rook pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Juniper,
Juniper Breeze,
led by Jaune Arc.
Jean Arc,
Led by-
Juniper.
Congratulations.
I feel like Pyrrha. I mean, she's happy for him,
And
and
finally,
obviously
Blake
is
Belladonna,
stronger.
Ruby Rose, Weiss Schnee, and Yang Xiao Long.
Look at that.
The 4 of you retrieve the White Knight pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Rooby,
Beautiful. Ruby,
led
Cardinal,
by
Juniper.
Ruby Rose.
And Ruby Rose, the youngest of all. Is Weiss going to be a little
Looks like things are
peeved?
shaping up to be an interesting year.
The moon isn't full. It's like shattered into pieces. Where are we going? Villains? Ooh, it's the guy from the trailers and the intro. Orange Mick Whitey coat. And he was in the beginning. He was the robber, clearly. Like, very beginning, not of this episode.
We're gonna
Commercial district, residential district, forever fall, upper class, dumb cops, agriculture district, the city of Vale. I think that's it. Episode 9. So we got our 3 teams, Juniper, Ruby, and Cardinal. Weiss might be a little upset she's not the captain, but so far she hasn't said much.
Good morning, Team Rooby! What in the world is wrong with you?
Now that you're awake, we can officially begin our first order of business.
Excuse me?
Decorating!
What?
We still have to unpack.
Oh, you just sliced the curtains. What did that say?
This isn't going to work.
It is a bit cramped.
That's
Maybe we should
full
ditch
on.
some of our stuff. Or we could ditch the beds and replace them with bunk beds.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
And super
love me
awesome.
some bunk
It does
beds.
seem efficient.
Well, we should put it to a vote.
I
Great
think we
attention to
just
detail
did.
there. The expression, the emotion, and that was even better. We're doing construction.
Objective complete.
What does it look like now? Oh, we custom made bunk beds that are so dangerous
Our second
we
order
will
of
probably
business
die.
is to class.
Look at Lyron is all the way up there. See, they explained it. I'm like, how is he up there? They were on each other's backs and he fell over because it was too much weight. Explained.
Monsters,
A blunderbuss.
demons, prowlers of the
Beowulf.
night. Yes, the creatures of Grimm have
Is that a-
many names, but I merely refer to them as prey.
Deathstalker.
And you shall too upon graduating from this prestigious academy. Now, as I was saying, Vale, as well as the other
I mean,
three
we've already
kingdoms,
encountered
are
half of
safe
these things.
havens in an otherwise
Maybe all of them.
treacherous world. Our planet is absolutely teeming with creatures that would love nothing more than
You
to
can't even
tear
see this
you
dude
to
talk. His
pieces.
stash is so big.
And that's where we come in. Huntsmen, huntresses,
Does it say Nevermore and an Urson?
individuals who have sworn to protect
boar-
those who cannot protect
Borbatusk?
themselves. When I was a boy,
King Tap 2? What did that snake say? I can't read his writing.
Despite smelling of cabbages, my grandfather was a wise man. Peter, he told me.
Look at Sammy. How you doing, Sammy? Love it. Sammy's very curious.
In the end, the Beowulf was no match for my sheer
Beowulf.
tenacity, and I returned to my village with the beast in captivity.
Good job, buddy.
The moral of this story? A true huntsman must be honorable. A true huntsman must be dependable. A true huntsman must be strategic,
Sammy is shaking the
well-educated,
whole
and wise.
desk.
So, who among you believes themselves to be the embodiment of these traits?
Look at Weiss is
I
shaking
do,
with
sir.
fear.
Well then, let's find out. Step forward and face your opponent.
After a while, the cats get mad that I do too many videos in a row, and they have to be up close and personal and say hi to everybody. What do we got? I feel like it's going to be something
Go Blitz!
ridiculous.
Fight well.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be not nearly as intimidating as it
Ruby,
sounds.
I'm trying to focus. Oh, sorry.
Begin!
Oh my god, it's a little baby one. Look at it. That should be no problem for Weiss. But it's pretty awesome. Like, they're all cool looking.
Oh, wasn't
They're
expecting
all
that,
black
were you?
and white with reddy eyes all over the place.
Bold you approach. I like it.
Come on, Weiss, show
showing
It's
who's
bigger than it
what.
looked, that's for sure. I feel like it was tinier when it first started.
Ho ho! Now what will you do without your weapon?
Wait,
She'll just get it
go
again.
for its belly. There's no armor underneath. Stop telling me what to do.
It has like scales on its back, like it's got all these scales of armor. What? It's Sonic the Hedgehog. It is a Borbatusk Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh.
Bravo! Bravo!
It tried to kill us, but it
appears we are
sounded horribly
indeed
sad.
in the presence of a true huntress in training. Class
Thanks,
dismissed.
dude. I think she's mad
Weiss!
that
What?
she isn't
What's
captain.
wrong with you? Why are you being... What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a leader, and all you've been so far is a nuisance.
What did I do?
That's just it.
Nothing.
You've done nothing to earn your position. Back in the forest, you acted like a child, and you've only continued to do so.
Weiss,
I knew
where's
there'd
this
be
coming
jealousy
from?
and anger
what
about
happened to all
this.
the talk about working together? I thought you believed in acting as a team.
Ozpin made a mistake.
How dare you question the Wizard of Oz?
Now that didn't seem to go very well.
And he's right there,
Is she
you heard
right?
it.
Did you make a mistake?
That remains to be seen.
I enjoyed your lecture.
Of course you did, child. You have the blood of a true huntress in you.
You really think so?
Most surely. Something's troubling you.
Yes, sir.
Dear girl, confess to me your strife.
Well,
He is
I think I
very
should have been the leader of Team Rwby.
loud and outspoken.
That's preposterous.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's only been one day. I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. But at this moment, I would not consider your appointment to leader to be one of them. Do you?
Excuse me?
I've believed in Professor Osborn for many years, and the man's never once led me astray.
All
So
the
you would
teachers
just
respect
blindly
his
accept
decisions.
His decision, even after seeing how exceptional I am?
With all due respect, your exceptional skill on the battlefield is matched only by your poor attitude.
How dare
You're too
you?
high on
My
yourself.
point exactly.
And I just spit all over.
I see a girl before me who has spent her entire life getting exactly what she wanted.
That's not even
Yeah,
remotely true.
you got to work on yourself before you can
Well-
lead.
Not entirely true.
Being a team leader isn't just a title you carry into battle, but a badge you wear constantly.
So instead of fretting about what you don't have, savor what you do. Hone your skills. Perfect every technique.
Yeah, you're too in
and
your
be
own
not
head.
The best
Don't worry
leader,
about anything.
But the best person you can be.
Boom. Yeah, it's sort of like a life lesson, like
You've been burdened
You
with
probably
a daunting
are
responsibility.
qualified,
I advise you take some time.
but we need you to
think about
focus
how
on
you
yourself.
uphold it.
And the vice versa with her. Almost be forced into that spot where she's got to learn. Did the moon get bigger? Like last episode, it looked like the moon was shattered in pieces. Maybe it was the clouds and stuff, because now the moon looked pretty regular.
Weiss, I was studying and then
Is
I fell
Weiss
asleep.
going to
I'm sorry.
apologize?
How do you take your coffee?
I don't.
Answer the question.
Cream and 5 sugars.
Cream and 5 sugars.
Here.
I use 1 sugar,
Thanks,
and I feel
Weiss.
like I'm on freaking cloud 9
Rwby,
to the extreme
I
when I
think
have
you have
1
what
coffee.
it takes to be a good leader.
Well, I have 3, but 1 sugar in
Just
each.
know that I am going to be the best teammate you will ever have.
Awesome.
Good luck studying. That's wrong, by the way. Hey,
I
Rwby,
want Weiss to be that person.
I always wanted bunk beds as a kid.
I had them. Me and my brother were about 1.5 years apart. We grew up with bunk beds till we were about, I want to say like 10 or 12 years old. Like right before high school. I want to see what that dude's name is. I don't know what that one dude's name is. We'll find out eventually. The red, I called him orange-haired McWhitey coat. But I don't know his name.
This is the part where you lose.
Over my dead.
Right in the cojones. Wolfman's got nards.
That's enough. Students, as you can see, Mr. Ark's aura has now dropped into the red. In a tournament-style duel, this would indicate that Jaune is no longer fit for battle, and that the official may call the match.
Jaundice. Is that say
Mr. Ark,
jaundice?
it's
Like
been weeks now.
jaundice?
Please try to
Jaundice?
refer to your scroll during combat. Gauging your aura will help you to decide when it is appropriate to attack, or when it is better to move to a more defensive strategy.
All right. Pretty
We
cool.
wouldn't want you to be gobbled up by a Beowulf, now would we?
Speak for yourself.
Womp womp.
So, there we were, in the middle of the night.
It was day.
We were surrounded by Ursai.
They were Beowulfs.
Dozens of them!
2 of them.
But they were no match. And in the end, Ren and I took them down and made a boatload of Lien selling Ursa's skin.
Lyran
rugs.
should
She's been having this recurring dream.
let
for
Nora
nearly a
have
month.
her moment.
Jaune,
Lyran doesn't have
are
to
you
correct
okay?
her and make it not sound as epic.
Oh, yeah. Why?
It's just that you seem a little not okay.
Who is this?
Has been
Who is
picking
that?
on you since the first week of school.
Why was her hair?
Who? Carden Winchester? Ah, he just likes to mess around, you know? Practical jokes.
He's a bully.
Oh,
Carden
please.
Winchester.
Name one time he's bullied me.
Is that like the Winchester? Supernatural? Supernatural? The Winchesters?
Come on!
Yeah, I don't got time for that bullshit. I would
Each
put a
of you will
stop
be
to that
assigned one
immediately.
rocket-propelled locker to store your weapons and extra armor. Additionally, your locker can be
He is
sent to a custom
way bigger.
location based on a 6-digit code.
He's gonna throw him in. I knew it. He's gonna lock him in. Oh my god, I'm not kidding you. I don't care if he's bigger. I would murder him in his sleep. I'm claustrophobic. If you did that to me, I would
didn't land
probably
far
kill
from
you in your sleep.
school.
We'll break his legs.
There you go.
Guys, really, it's fine.
nicer
Besides,
than
it's
what
not
I
like
said.
he's only a jerk to me. He's a jerk to everyone.
Oh, awesome. Then let's all gang up on him. Yo, who is this girl with the ear? Oh, they are bunny
Please
ears.
stop.
In my head, I'm like, it looked like bunny
Told you it was
ears.
real.
What a freak.
How come she has bunny ears?
It must be hard to be a faunus.
A faunus? Yeah, you're real cool, dude. I don't even know why that dude gets away with anything. Is that it? That's already it. Here we go. Last one. 7 minutes and we're done with the third part.
Humankind was quite
Look at this
adamant
dude.
about centralizing faunus population
I love his
in
hair.
Nazareth.
And he's so fast. How much coffee is this guy having?
Ancient histories, many of you, it is
We got
imperative
Rabbit
to
Ear
remember
Girl
that these are relatively
and
recent
Douchey
events.
McDoucherstein.
Repercussions of the uprising can still be seen to this day.
This dude is...
Now, have any among you been subjugated or
He doesn't even move his
discriminated
feet, he
because
just
of your faunus
hovers.
heritage?
A shadow man raised his hand.
Dreadful, simply dreadful. Remember, students, it is precisely this kind of ignorance that breeds violence.
What?
I mean, just look at what happened to the White Fang. Now,
Look
which
at this.
one of you young
That's
scholars
great.
can
I
tell
love it.
me what many theorists believe to be the turning point in the third year of the war?
The faunus had over that guy's stuff.
Eyes, binoculars.
Binoculars.
I can't fault him. I don't know what it means, but that's what I thought.
Very funny, Mr. Ark. Karen, perhaps you would care to share your thoughts on the subject.
Karen.
Well, I know it's a lot easier to train an animal than a soldier.
You're not the most open-minded of individuals, are you, Carden?
What?
Carden.
You got a problem?
No, I have the answer. It's night vision. Many faunus are known to have nearly perfect sight in the dark.
General Legume was inexperienced and made the mistake of trying to ambush the faunus in their sleep. His massive army was outmatched, and the general was captured. Perhaps if he'd paid attention in class, he wouldn't have been remembered as such
Card.
a failure.
Mr.
Card
Winchester,
on blue.
please
This
take
dude
your
is a
seat.
conspiracy theorist or something. Look at all the... Whenever you see a board
and
without much
Mr. Ark can
string...
both see me after class for additional readings.
Oh.
Now, run along.
Amazing.
Pow!
Yeah, get him. Pyrrha, go take out his leg. Like
I
Nora
really
said,
will
let's
break his
take
legs.
his leg. But yeah, take his legs. He won't
I
be
have an idea.
bigger than you if you
Here,
take his
come with
legs
me.
out. I'm not kidding. I have taken many, many years of martial arts and different sorts of self-defense. You go for the knee. If it's life or death and you are like
Pira, I
fighting
know
somebody,
I'm going through a
you
hard
take out
time
their
right now,
knees.
but I'm
It
not
don't matter how
that
big they
depressed. I can always be a farmer or something.
No! That's not why I brought you up here. Jaune, I know you're having a difficult time in class, and that you're
Who's that?
still not
Is
the
that
strongest
Cardin?
of fighters.
Looking out the
so
window down there? He's not
I
shadowed.
want to help you.
I wasn't really accepted into Beacon.
I was going to say, was he really not supposed to be here? Is that what he's saying?
What do you mean?
And that's what he's saying.
I mean, I didn't go to combat school. I didn't pass any tests.
Did he sneak
I didn't
in?
earn my spot at this academy.
Or his parents paid his way
I
in?
lied. I got my hands on some fake transcripts, and I lied.
Oh my God.
What?
You horrible
But
bastard.
why?
Because this is what I've always wanted to be. My father, my grandfather, and his father before him were all warriors. They were all heroes. I wanted to be one too. I was just never good enough.
Then let me help you.
I don't want help. I don't want to be the damsel in distress. I want to be the hero.
Jaune,
I'm tired of being the lovable idiot stuck in the tree
Jaune,
while his friends fight for their lives.
You gotta let
Don't
people help you,
understand?
especially if you cheated your way into
I can't do this
Beacon.
on my own.
You just said you couldn't even qualify to be here.
Leave me alone.
Let people help you before you're
Okay.
found out and you get thrown out.
if that's what you think is best.
And she has a thing for him, I'm guessing, right? It's gotta be.
Oh,
It was
Jaune.
him. He was listening out the window, so
Cardin.
he knows.
I
He
couldn't help but
heard.
overhear you two
He
from my
heard. He
dorm
was
room.
hanging out the window.
So, you snuck into Beacon, huh? I gotta say, Jaune, I never expected you to be such a rebel.
Please, Cardin, please don't tell anyone.
Jaune, come on. I'd never rat at a friend like that.
But now he's gonna
A friend?
blackmail him.
Of course.
He's gonna
We're friends now,
blackmail
Johnny
the
boy.
shit out of him now.
And the way I see it, as long as you're there for me when I need you, we'll be friends for a long time.
Great. Now he's got dirt on him
That
and
being
he's a douche.
said, I really don't have time to do those extra readings Dr. Oobleck gave us today. Think you could take care of that for me, buddy? That's what I thought. Don't worry, Jaune. Your secret's safe with me.
You son of a bitch. All right, everybody, that is it for episodes 8 through 12. We're going to do one more video after this, which is going to be 13 through 16, 16 being the finale of Volume 1. But we get Dr. Bartholomew, who apparently can't stop drinking coffee and espresso. He had little cups, he had mugs, he had thermoses, and he was literally just beelining from place to place and hovering. He wasn't even moving his feet. He was just like shooting from one direction to the next. Now, whether that's for an incredible effect because I was loving it, or he really does just hover at the speed of light, I don't know. There's no sense to be made of a lot of the things that happen. It just is what it is. When these people are battling and defying the laws of gravity and everything, I'm just assuming that these are superpowered, supernatural people and they're allowed to do such things. But we have all of our groups. This is the rundown of the last 5 episodes. We've got Rwby team, we've got Juniper team, we've got Cardinal team. Cardin runs the Cardinal team. Juniper, is there somebody in that team named Juniper? Because Ruby Red runs Rwby and Cardin runs Cardinal. And now we find out that Jean Arc, who is in Juniper, isn't really supposed to be in Beacon Academy. He forged the transcripts because his whole family has gone here. He has a lineage. His father and his father's father and all these people went there, and he didn't make it. So what does he do? He has a friend in Pira who is like, let me teach you. I will use my free time, take you on the roof, teach you the things you need to know. Dude, this is a great favor. And Pira, I think, has a thing for him, like a romantic thing, because they have been paired up most of the time. Since we met her, I feel like she was giving him eyes in the beginning. She was making comments. Then we went on the Relic adventure in the last video, and she was paired up with him. Then he got flung by the scorpion. She came over, cut the tail off the scorpion with her shield of power. And I feel like she is smitten, so to speak. Maybe not like head over heels in love, but I think she's got a thing for Jean Arc. And nothing wrong with that, but he should take her help. If you weren't able to even qualify to be in Beacon Academy, at the very least, you should let somebody who is as good as her assist you in getting there. That is just silly. It's people like that that don't succeed because you're not willing to accept help. One of the keys is knowing when you're defeated and accepting help when necessary. You can't let pride get in the way and be like, I don't need your help, I'll figure it out for myself. No, sir, you're not figuring it out. You shouldn't be here. You're lucky you are. Someone's going to figure you out. And now Cardin overheard you. It's a perfect example right there of how I knew something was important because he wasn't shadowed. I'm like, that looks like Cardin. I'm not 100% sure, but all I am sure about is he's not shadowed. So that dude on the balcony underneath him listening in is important. Then I kind of just forgot he was there until he climbed up, and then I'm like, aha, that's important. He heard, I want you to do everything. I'm just going to blackmail you until you don't, and then I'll rat you out. Or maybe I'll rat you out too because I'm just a horrible bastard. I was on Nora's side. I was like, let's break his legs or something. I said, let's kill him. But I mean, I was joking. I wasn't really going to kill a teenager who just entered a mystical academy of supernatural greatness. But I am a claustrophobic person. You throw me in a locker, lock me in, and then shoot me up into the sky, you better watch your back, because I'm going to figure out a way to get you back at some point. Maybe I won't cause bodily harm and be violent. I'd make sure you never screw with me again. Go mess with other people if you want, even though that's wrong, but I'm going to make sure you stop messing with me. There's this girl with rabbit ears who he's also harassing. So he's just a massive douche, because not only is he beating up on Jaune, but he's beating up on, like, shy girls. I don't know why she has rabbit ears, but regardless, it shouldn't matter. I don't know why he thinks he could just pick on everybody, boys, girls. These are people that are clearly smaller than him, weaker than him, maybe not even weaker, but they're definitely smaller in stature. And he's just like, haha, I'm the cool guy. Like, no. I hope Nora and Pyrrha and everyone gang up and do some sort of like borderline hazing. I'm not all about hazing, but I only say that because it's less violent than what I'm thinking in my head. But I hate that dude. We have our team names. We meet more professors. We got Professor Port, who was the guy with the stash. If I'm saying it wrong, correct me in the comments, but I think I'm right. Ozpin, obviously, who was telling Rwby, you're the leader for a reason. Weiss got to figure her own stuff out, but you're the leader for a reason. Figure your thing out first. Don't worry about other people. And Weiss was nice, came in and said, you know what? Let's be friends. I'll help you out. And I feel like we've gotten past all that shenanigans. But we saw all the supernatural beasts. Weiss had to fight what I think was called the Borbatusk. Some of the names, the writing was so like scribbly, I couldn't read it. There was the snake, the scorpion. We had the Beowulfs. There was also something all the way to the right. I couldn't read like 2 or 3 of the names. I could only pick out like bits and pieces. But either way, I guess we'll find out at some point, because everything on his board we've encountered either in volume 1 or I've seen in the trailers. I feel like the boar, the gigantic boar, was that earlier in the first 3 episodes, or did we see that in the trailer? Because I know I saw somebody fight a giant boar, which was probably a Borbatusk, or I don't know if I'm even saying that right, but everything was glorious. I'm going to go edit these up. I'm going to jump into the final 4. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, odds are we're already into volume 2. Loving the show. You guys let me know anything you think I should know. I still don't know exactly what Blake is. Is Blake supposed to be like a vampire or something? Something about her. She just got like a dark vampire-like quality to her. And we're dealing with Grimm's fairy tales, so I'm not exactly sure. I also don't know about Lyran, Nora, Pyrrha, but Pyrrha's like a Wonder Woman type. Either way, you guys let me know anything I've missed. In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full, unedited. Probably on to volume 2, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, The Legend of Vox Machina. We also have Legend of Korra, Avatar, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Fiona and Cake have probably already started at this point if you're seeing this on YouTube. So check it all out. In the description is the link for Patreon, hundreds of movies and shows. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!